Have you been saving up for that Moroccan trip? Save no more, because Morocco's coming to you. My name is Ludi, and today we'll be doing our Morocco into Al-Andalus guide. Funny thing about Morocco, nobody knows where it originates from, but people speculate that Moroccans are in fact aliens. Is that true? Let's find out. Play Iron Man, and let's go. So why is Morocco such a strong nation? Well, aside from the snazzy sprites they got, they also start with 3 amazing vassals, one of which has a gold mine in Tafilalt, and they have cores on all of their vassals, so they can integrate all 3 vassals in 1 month in 1454. That being said, until we reach that point, we're gonna go for the lenient taxation, getting +1 Diplo rep, and a Liberty Desire in subjects minus 15%, as well as we're gonna be doing our estates. We gave out the +1 mill and admin. In order to give the +1 Diplo, we need to dev up Tangiers once. Make sure you encourage development beforehand, and afterwards we can give out this amazing privilege. Now we can sell titles, and we're gonna do just that. We're also gonna be summoning the diet, and we're gonna go for whichever agenda best suits us. Before we seize lands, we can also develop Tangiers once more. It is cheaper now because we have the minus 0.5 dev cost reduction from the Merchants Guild. Afterwards you can seize land again, and now we are only getting 0.20 autonomy monthly rather than 0.30. We can get some new rivals, of course, go for the Portuguese, the Castilians, and the Aragonese. And we also will be attacking Tlemcen on the 11th of December with the core on Figui. I recommend that you ally Tunis and you start getting a claim on Granada, because Granada is actually a prime target for our expansion in Iberia. Taking Granada means that we have a foothold in the Iberian Peninsula to launch our attacks from afterwards. There is a chance they can get an alliance with the Ottomans, and if that happens, we'll mend our situation based on that. But if it doesn't happen, this is prime Moroccan real estate. Merge up your fleets, as we will be attacking the Tlemceni early game and bring it to the Gulf of Almeria, and make his starting ruler a general, because he is absolutely trash and we don't mind getting rid of this horrible human being. And most importantly, we're gonna start raiding coastlines, because we do have the ability to raid coastlines of non-same religion countries. So we're gonna go in the Gulf of Gibraltar, Gulf of Almeria, and everywhere we can go in the early game to boost our amazing economy. 11th of December, and we can attack the nation of Tlemcen. Make sure you co-belligerate whatever nation they have allied in the Mazabi area here. They always either ally Jared or Tugord, even sometimes Mazab, and we are going to be vassalizing this nation so we can feed them the other 2 nations afterwards. Set war goals for your vassals so they can start conquering lands, and by war goals I mean objectives here, helping you out and making your life a lot easier than you otherwise would be struggling to deal with this war. After 1 month, we're also going to get a spy network in Tlemcen to help us with the sieges, and the moment you've all been waiting for, we're going to be hiring the Free Company in Fez, and we're going to be using the Free Company to siege most of these places down, especially the forts here. Why waste our own manpower when we can waste the manpower of the Free Company? Am I right, guys? I mean, it is free manpower after all, isn't it? Let's also get a general. Hopefully we get a good... Oh my god, we got 2 siege pip, boys. This guy was born to be sieging down stuff here. Start building some galleys whilst you're waiting for this war to finish, and continue to get your spy network. Once we have the claim, we'll be attacking Granada, thus realizing the biggest cuck in the history of cucks, and we also can insult these nations here so we can get a little bit of extra PP. Remember that PP actually gives you morale of armies and navy, so you want to have it as high as possible. Inshallah, 458 freaking days for Talaim-san. Come on, guys. Why is this game always rigged against me? Please explain. Please do explain. Oh, you can hide from me now, Jared. Why you think you can hide like this, eh? Thus marks the end of the Jeridian army. Whoa! God, I got baited. I got baited by Tlemcen. No! Oh, can I even run away from here? Nope. Nope. I am so gonna have to fight that. This, kids, is why you always keep your troops close together. Hey, we finished down this city, so we can finally vassalize these guys here. Moroccan vassal, of course. Cancel rivalry, so we actually get a little bit more prestige. Remember that prestige is great for you early game because you get more morale of armies and other modifiers the more prestige you have. Tlemcen itself, however, we're gonna struggle because we cannot fully annex them right now. We'll take all of this. We'll just leave the province of of Titeri that the Tunisians are likely going to be taking. Pissed them off, and now we can finally concentrate dev here. Booyah once and booyah twice here. I see a lot of times you guys commenting or asking, hey Ludi, what happens if this allies this or that allies that? So in this situation, Granada just allied Tunis, which means if I attack Granada, I have to go to war with the Tunisians as well, which is obviously not something I'm really looking forward to since they're my only ally right now. So how are we going to bypass that situation? Well, as you very well know, Granada also is allied to Touggourt. So what we're going to do is we're going to be attacking Touggourt with the claims that we have from our new vassal, Jared. We're not going to call in Tunis, and we will be taking lands from both of these nations despite not having co-belligerated them. It is vital that we do this before the February of 48 strikes, as that is when the Castilians likely will be attacking Granada if Granada doesn't have any strong alliance sets. Whilst we're in these wars, we might as well attack Mazab since we just got the claim on them. Finish off the last of the free nations in Africa, at least in North Africa. Holy crap, this is one of the worst airs I've seen in a while. Let's just hope he doesn't start snooping for oil around places. To be fair though, compared to the starting king, the heir is like a freaking genius. And now it is time for the grand finale. We're gonna be annexing everybody here day by day. Fezzan goes fully to Jared. And sadly, Granada we cannot fully annex or vassalize because it would be way too much war score since we did not co-belligerate them. Remember, we couldn't since Tunis was around. But what we can do, however, is take 3 provinces, leave them with 1 province, and a little bit of cash as well. So we'll take that for the time being. And of course, the last but not least, although it probably is the least. In 1454, we can annex our vassals in the south, and because we have the cores, it takes 1 month to annex all 3 of these, so make sure you have 3 available diplomats before you start doing it, so you do this beautiful thing right after. Take note that if you have given the province of Figuig to Tafilalt, it will take a little bit longer for them to get integrated, but there is a trick to this. You can just go ahead and seize land. By seizing Tafilalt, we essentially get the 100% we need to annex them in 1 month also. So there you go, 1 more month and they're also completely annexed by us, and we also get their armies, which is good because we've lost quite a lot of actual troops in the past wars. We pretty much have all of North Africa except the Tunisian lands in 10 years. We also managed to get an alliance with the Mamluks. It is quite easy to get, you just have to improve relations. Similarly, you can get an alliance with the Ottomans if you want, simply by improving relations with them, but honestly you don't need them. You just need the Mamluks for the early days to prevent the bigger nations from declaring on you until you're ready to go at it on your own. In December 54, remember that you can also raid the coastlines once more. So we're going on an adventure, everybody, raiding everything, taking all the cash and the sailors that we can take, getting filthy rich in the process, especially since we've actually expanded our horizons a little bit by taking the land in Tlemcen. We can even raid some of the coastlines of Italy. Take note, you will be competing with the Tunisians in this race for raiding everything. So until we get the Tunisians out of the way, we're gonna have to be faster than they are. Oh my god, finally that tool of a human being that was our leader died, and that means we now have a regency. The region is so much better than the previous guy. It is insane. We also managed to get an alliance with the Mamelukes, and we can get an alliance with the Ottomans, but we would have to drop the Mamelukes as an ally. So it really is a choice of whether you want to see the Ottomans or the Mamelukes go big in the east of your nation. Most cases, the Mamluks are going to get crushed by the Ottomans, so it's your choice. I really enjoyed the variety of names in the Iberian Peninsula. King Juan de Trastamara of Spain, Heir Juan, and for the Aragonese, we got Juan and Juan. For the Portuguese, we got Felipe, but Juan is also 3 countries, 5 Juans. Also, guys, I want to point out one small aspect here. You might be thinking that Morocco's not great economically. That's because you're doing it wrong. You want to get most of your gold from the gold mine in Tafilalt. In fact, I've increased this to 10 base production, which is giving me 6.66 ducats, and which is a massive boost to my overall economy. I recommend that you don't increase this above 10, as there is a chance it will destroy the gold mine. You can also upgrade the center here if you want to lower the dev cost and get some more trade power from it. The truce with Tlemcen is over, and I want to attack them, but they're allied to Tunisians, who are also my allies. Now, this is actually a double-edged sword, because I kind of want to take some Tunisian lands as well so I can start expanding into the east, and because I can bypass my own alliance and the alliance with the Ottomans that Tunis has from attacking Tlemcen. I think this is actually a pretty good deal. So I'm not going to be able to take too much stuff from the Tunisians because they're clearly not a co-belligerate target, but I still will be able to take some things, which is better than no things when you think about it. Would this be cataloged as top 10 anime betrayals? Perhaps. We will never know, will we? There you go, we won that battle. Leave a few troops to siege down these parts so they don't start recruiting units in these areas, and switch on over and go with the main force so we can attack Tunis and Kef. Sadly, Kef is maintained, so we actually have to wait until we siege that fort down. So this is pretty much over. We have all of Tunis here and all of their forts. We're gonna go for a little bit of cash and some provinces in the south here. We're doing this mainly because we're gonna be at war with them again soon. After we kill our rebels here in the south of Iberia, we're gonna be attacking the rest of Granada, and then we're gonna be at war with the Tunisians again. Also, we should start another raid around Europe, and now with these provinces here, we are gonna have a lot more range for our raids than we ever had before. Raids are over. We managed to get up to 700 ducats, and we can now peace out Tlemcen as well. Full annexation, of course. So somebody say round 2 on the Tunisian war here, boys. Did somebody say round 2? Because I think I heard someone say that. The Wattasid ultimatum is insane because it gives us a ruler that is actually better than what we currently have, or we have the option of fighting this guy and getting a random ruler afterward. It is going to cost 2 stability, but I recommend you go for him since 431 is way better. We can also do the Wattasid rebellion or revolution, and you just need to stab up a little bit right after that. We even got a 644 as our heir here, so holy mother of schnapples, this is insane. We're going to be denouncing these sect practices and enforcing a religious unity. Once more, we got 100% of the Tunisians. We're just taking some provinces around. We're leaving the core Tunisian provinces alone, as we'll be taking these a war later down the line. Taking this here means that we can do another mission, which gives us basically privateer efficiency plus 20%. And for Granada itself, it is bye-bye time. No more Granada, eh? Nope. Now it's time to recover our army strength and get ready for the big arse wars that we're going to have in the Iberian parts. Considering that the Aragonese had a pretty tough war against the Castilians and lost it, we're going to attack them as well and take advantage of that situation. If we manage to grab at least a few islands, that is a perfect scenario. Let's go over here and make sure we get naval superiority. How many ships they got? Roughly a little bit more than us when it comes to galleys, but we should be okay overall. Well, the siege of Valencia is over. That means we just need to siege a few more of these islands, and we do have naval superiority, having crushed their island hopping ships completely. My frustration with this game is immeasurable. Look at this, guys. I can attack Castile. Portugal would not be joining because they got dragged into the French war with the English, and the English are freaking weak as schnitzel now. They lost the war against the Scottish, but I cannot declare war on the Castilians because I have a Regency Council. My guy just died a couple of months ago. I had a 644 Regency Council, but nevertheless, I cannot declare war for 5 years. F my life, bruh. We have enough war score to peace out the Aragonese. We're gonna take the islands here and a little bit of cash, plus the province of Calabria. You might be wondering, why is he taking Calabria? Well, that's obviously because we're gonna expand our raiding range by taking Calabria, thus having access to all of the Venetian rich lands that nobody else in the Arab world raided before. This is also gonna give us a few years to recover our manpower and get ready for the war against the Castilians here. If we're lucky, the Mamluks might still join in this war to help us out when we can actually declare it. My regency has been over for a couple of years now, but I've been fighting rebels continuously, both because of the specific events that Morocco has and because of a little bit of bad RNG, so my manpower pool has always been completely crushed. That being said, we will be attacking the Portuguese and the Castilians now, and what we're going to do is we're going to be recruiting some mercenaries mercenary companies to help us out in this endeavor. We're gonna go directly for the independent company, which will help us fight these guys over on the mainland of Iberia. We have enough money and we can afford a massive mercenary army. Even though we're a little bit behind now, economically speaking, we'll be a-okay after the war is finished. We'll keep a small contingent to siege down Ceuta in the south, and sadly we will likely not be able to rely on naval superiority for the time being, as they have a lot of heavy ships compared to us. Well, let's go boys. Let's say for the reconquest of Ceuta, we'll not be co-belligerting Castile, because that's going to bring in Venice, and we will not be able to finish off all of those nations in this war at least. So let's go with this, and we'll be a-okay as long as we keep our troops together in the north here, especially in the Iberian parts, and as long as we finish off Ceuta as soon as possible, since that is the war goal and we want to get the ticking war score against them. Whenever you do fight the Castilians and the Portuguese, the best way to win these wars is to fight their armies separately, wait until you can catch a few of the enemy troops separate from the main stacks, and attack them once that happens. Also go for the vital points, namely the capitals and the other forts that they might have. Another very important aspect is once you do take Malacca and you own it, make sure you encourage the defensive edict in this state, so then you get 79% defensiveness, meaning that it's going to take a very long time before the Castilians are going to take that fort, and they're going to attrition the hell out of it. Despite the fact that we could take some stuff from the Castilians, I am going to white piece them so that I can attack them in 5 years exactly, and this is important because within 5 years we're going to crush the Portuguese, and we're going to get ready for the second war against the Castilians so we can take the entirety of the south part of Spain, which is what we need. I absolutely love it when the AI splits half of its army to siege a really stupid place, like sieging Ceuta when I have naval superiority. That makes absolutely no sense, and that means I can easily stack wipe all of their armies now, which is perfect because we also just took their capital. So we can do 100% on the nation of Portugal. The reason you also want to take at least Ceuta before you take any Castilian land is because of mission tree, which also by taking Ceuta gives you a claim on the upper Andalusia area, and then another one after you have that, which we already have because that's Granada, on the rest of South Castile. So that essentially means that we get claims on everything that we are interested in. Thus it's going to be 10% cheaper to core up all that stuff as well, as we don't need to waste any of our diplo points taking that stuff. What is happening here? We got a river crossing. That is not the smartest move ever, but hey, it's okay, we're still gonna win this. There you go, and that should be a stack wipe for them now. Yeah, shuck, no more Portugal. We're gonna go for these two provinces as well, and even this stuff here in the colonial parts, let's say. We want to start our very own colonial empire eventually, so these are gonna come in handy for show. Gonna get some money as well to make sure they completely collapse economically speaking. Coalition, nobody would join that we need to worry about. And actually, I'm gonna go for accumulation as well, so I'm gonna get less money. Getting accumulation is important because it improves the overall quality of our troops. We can concentrate all of these lands and make them full cores right after that. Same for the other ones. And there you go, reconquest of Ceuta, protect Granada, and now we have claims everywhere here. We will, however, take La Mancha as well for the gold that they have in that province. And let's bring our troops back home, reorganize, get ready for another session of raiding time, boys, which is happening in a few months from now. Well, my brand new allies, the Ottomans, are apparently at war with the Venetians here, which are allied to the Castilians. So guess what? Castile's entire army is in the Balkans. Oh my god! Now the problem is I still have 3 years of truce with them, and they've also canceled their alliance with Portugal, which is sad because I was going to take a lot more money from Portugal in the next war. That's about 500 ducats I'm missing out on, but it's not a massive deal though. Let's get another spy network in here so we can get ready for the war. Then we can get one more spy network into Venice actually. Why not? Since we still have a couple of years until the Castilian War, and because the Ottoman ally of Tunis is not going to get any help from the Ottomans, we're actually going to attack them and crush them, boys. We want to completely annex them. Actually, I'm not sure if we can. No, we cannot. We're going to have to take 100%, so we'll probably leave them with a couple of provinces here or there. Ah, yes, the famous sack of Tunis that gave me 50 devastation in the city of Tunis. You know, this would have been amazing if I was an Italian country. This would have been just absolutely amazing. Also, why does Venice own this? Holy schnapples. Excuse me, Venice. This is my turf, sir. This is my turf. I am literally going to take the coastline so they cannot raid anyone I want to be the only Muslim nation here that can raid people. There's only enough space for one of us, Tunis. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Also, guys, let's go exploring. Let's recruit an explorer. Hopefully, he gets some decent pips as well. Semi-decent. And after we finish this war, we're going to assign 3 ships so we can start exploring. Actually, you know what? We'll assign them now because the Tunisians don't actually have any ships left, so I should be fairly safe. And the end of the Tunisian lads here has arrived. Now we can finally concentratio, complicatio, and do the same thing here. And get ready for the war against the Castolians, which apparently have allied the English. That's not a big deal, however, since the English are half the man they used to be. Let's just say. Manpower recovered, and we are pretty much ready to declare war on the Castilians again. We're going to get a new rival here. I'm going to go ahead and say France. And let's go, boys. We can even call in the Mimilux. Let's set Hayen as our war target so we can get that quickly. And that was Volt, everybody. That was Volt, or Jihad time? I don't know. Oh my god, did I just find them drilling? Oh dear god, this is beautiful. Oh, this has to be a stack wipe. If this is not a stack and vibe, I will be very it's not a stack and vibe. I am so disappointed right now. This would have been absolutely amazeballs. Let's do a little bit of carpet sieging here and there. The amount of things that are going on right now is just absolutely insane. We got rebels everywhere and our hit squad here coming after them. We also fully siege down Castile, but we're waiting to peace out their allies as we cannot take 100%. And we do need to take 100% if we want to form Andalusia. We cannot take the La Mancha mine, but we can take all the other provinces. So we can take La Mancha in the next war. Eine English Marine stacken Vipen. Ja, das ist sehr gut. It will help in the war effort. Looks like we can peace out the Venetians. I'm not gonna delay that peace deal because I really want to finish this war as soon as I can. And some Castilians have made their way into the south of Morocco. They're gonna see what it means to attack the Moroccans. It is not for the weak of heart. It is not for the weak of heart, sir. They also tried to take back the fort in the north. Like, really? Are you guys really trying this? Come on, guys. Let's be honest. You're not gonna get anything back. We're gonna win the war. Stackenweipen time. Gotta say, it's a little bit embarrassing for the English that the Moroccans literally wiped out their entire fleet here. But I'm not England, so what can I say? Give me some money, England. 240 ducats, I'll take it. Now we just peace out the Castilians. Let's go. This seems like a fair deal to me. Coalition-wise, nobody we need to care about. And let's take a little bit of money. Actually, no, I'm going to take Caceres so I can release Leon from here and then feed them back their cores as well in the next war. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Bring our boys back home and let's also release the nation of Leon. There you go. Next war is going to be a core feeding war for my best buddy over here. A few moments later. And now we can form Al-Andalus because we cored all of these lands up. Let's go, boys. Do you want me to click the button? I bet you do. I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm kidding. I won't. Alright, let's click this, boys. Al-Andalus, yes please, on the new ideas. And look at these bad boys. Morale of armies plus 15 to crush everybody. Ship trade power and goods produced. Fire damage received minus 15. Vassal land force limit contribution. Tolerance of heathens. Idea cost minus 10, core creation and national manpower, 1 extra colonist, and fort defense. This nation's ideas are absolutely insane. We also get a brand spanking new mission tree that includes a lot of really great missions that we will definitely be taking advantage of here. Tons of free dev and even extra pips for our heir, which was not that bad to start with. Moroccan Conquest gives us more claims, and eventually we'll be able to get claims on the entirety of the Middle East with the Andalusian mission tree.